truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right, ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? Back at it again with another, I would say, this one here is a chill stream, right? We're going to, this is more of a motivational stream, right? I'm not here to dog the women out. I'm not here to try to discipline men. This is more of a motivational stream. This is more, you know, a thing uplifting, right? To the men. And I'm going to keep it real, to the men. And I'm not saying that, you know, I'm trying to, like, they need my uplifting, but it just is. It's more of a, I'm not here to talk down on nobody or make anybody feel that their life isn't worth anything. What I am here to do is say that there's a better way. It's got to be a better way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And men, have your cake and eat it too. Don't let these women stress you out. Why are we pulling our hairs out and doing backflips and cartwheels about these women living in their truths? Why are we so hard, you know, to try to have the conversation about why they should be what they used to be, when we know, in fact, they are who they are, and this is who they always will be. And we got to embrace it, because you're not going to erase it. These women are not, let me repeat myself, these women are not going to stop living in their truth for a nigga. They're not going to stop being 304s because men are in an uproar. Well, you know, you're 304, we'll never wife you. They don't care. And they also know that there's always a nigga that's going to say, like Michael Jackson, I'll be there. So that 304 knows. She knows. When she turned 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, there's going to nigga going to be talking about, I'll be there. If you find someone new, I know they better be good to you. Cause if they don't, I'll be there. It's too many niggas that are singing this song to these hoes. So all you niggas in here that are trying to come up here and have this, I would say, stoic conversation. Baby, you can do it. Come back home. Come back home, Cinderella. Come back. Come back. Baby, come back. Cause you know you're good for me. Yeah. Niggas want you back. Like the old days when we used to listen to the OJs. But I'm here to tell you, stop dreaming. Stop being delusional. These women are going to be who they are until death do them part. These women are married to themselves. They're married to the money. And when they took them wedding vows, they was taking them wedding vows to the money. Woo! Yeah. That's what they was doing. Women were taking those wedding vows to Benjamin Franklin. You know what I mean? I got a video I'm going to put on real quick. But, yeah. Man, enjoy your life. Why are we stressed out about these women? You know what I mean? Why are we stressed out? But we don't got to. We ain't got to be stressed out. We don't got to go out hunting and killing bears and killing tigers for them no more. We ain't got to risk our life to get them food and clothes anymore. Them hoes is going to the mall, nigga. You got to do all that. So why are we so stressed out? These women are not coming back to the old ways. Like we used to listen to the OJs. That's why you got to enjoy yourself. Because the more you stress out about these women, the more they win. The more they get power, the more they feel powerful. You stress, oh, why you 304? Why you wearing long lashes? Why this? Why that? They're looking at you like, okay, cool. Cool. What you gonna do, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? So, man, I'm telling you, have your cake, huh? And eat it too. Yeah, listen, you only got one life to live, homies. I'm gonna keep it real. We only got one life to live. And you don't want to live your life stressed out about someone who don't give a fuck about what you think about them or who does not value your opinion of your leadership. Do not stress yourself out about this because then all they're going to do is go fuck your best friend. All they're going to do is go and get BBLs. Think about it. The more men complain, the worse women get. The more we make an issue of them living their truth, the more they try to prove us wrong. There is no need. There is no need to worry because the women are going to be who they are. What's up, Basami? What's good, top of the morning? You know, ruthless is with the ruthless truth. You know that. We got to stop stressing ourselves out about these women. We got to live our best lives as men. See, you see me on the Freezy show last night, bossing me, and all this niggas try to do is corner me. Nigga, I'm telling men, we are valuable with or without women. We don't need women to get our value. We don't. It's cool. It's a luxury. Women are a luxury, not a necessity. And that's the mindset you have to have when you're dealing with these women, because that's the way the women treat you. The women treat us as a luxury, not a necessity. And this is how we are losing, because we're overvaluing them still, as if they are these gems, these rubies. These women don't want you to value them like that no more. They don't want that. What women want is their freedom. Their freedom. And that freedom is to be able to get rid of you when they want to. That freedom is they want to get a BBL when they want to. Fuck it. That freedom is if they want to be a 3 or 4, oh well. That's what women want. They don't want structure. They don't want a nigga to lead them. So quit stressing yourself out. And us men, we are delusional, trying to think that these women want leadership. But all these women want to do is do what makes them great. So what we got to do is learn to enjoy our life, have our cake, and eat it too. Because life is too short to try to force correct. To try to force correct is stressful. We try to put a rope around them, put them back, hold up. Come back into the marriage life. Be with a man that's for you. But they're running away. They're trying to exit that life. What to us is stability, as far as nuclear family, marriage and stuff, to women, it's a prison. Women look at being tied to a man as a duty that they don't want to sign up for, at least long term. I think women are looking at men as short-term investments. They'll boo you up. They'll let you boo them up until they're done with you, off to next. Or they come in with a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, I got a roster, or I'm going to this, I'm going to that. What's up? Take me as I am. Listen, I understand us men, we want the nuclear family with it. We think that's optimal. But the problem is it takes two. It takes two to make a marriage go right. It takes two to make a love go right. We can look at all the women in the world and understand that they are moving in a way where their mindsets is me first, everybody else last. So we finna go. I got a video. and we're going to check it out. But this is what we got to understand. You cannot force these women. You cannot force these women, especially in the structure we're in. America is a simp nation. America is about women empowerment. America is about uplifting the woman. So as long as women have that behind them, they're going to keep reaching for the sky. And man, you need to stop stressing yourself out about it. You're not going to control these women. You can't control these women. You can't, check. You can't put them in check. Only thing you can do is when they don't do what you like, leave. That's it. Walk away. That's your only option. That is your only option. And we're going to look at, and we're going to listen to what the women have to say once again.
I do not need a man to feel complete or fulfilled.
It's not about finances, and I know we put so much emphasis on that, but to me, finances or money is all energy. So I think if you decided and you had a strong mindset and you were just super, business oriented.
They often are competitors with the very man that they're supposed to be in a relationship with. She expects men to support and challenge her instead of working with them towards real compromise. Meanwhile, that same man is going to prioritize respect and peace.
But at home, I think I see my kids. I don't just see the 2 or 3 of them. I see the generations that come after them.
There is a new channel out there that is very similar to the Jubilee style of video.
Or fulfilled.
Active. Without further ado,
I do not need a man to feel complete or fulfilled.
She says she does not need a man to feel complete or fulfilled. So what does that mean, gentlemen? What that means is you're just a luxury. You're like a designer bag, nigga. To her. And however, until she gets bored of it, she'll sport it for a while. You know what I mean? Then after when the new designer bag comes in, she'll put the other one up. And just keep going. She have our closet full of designer bags, but she's going to always wear her favorite ones. And that's the way women view men. And they come to my channel, they can't stand it. They can't take it. The men can't take it. Because y'all niggas is soft. Y'all can't take it. No, Ruthless. What makes you think that we can't tame these women? Because, nigga, you're not God. You can't control these women with your money. And that's, I think, where that's driving men crazy. Because a lot of men think they can control women, or used to back in the day, control women with their money. That's why money is not a absolute for men for them to get with a woman, because they feel they get a woman, they think if they get a woman who's poor and don't got nothing to put her on and give her all these nice things, that she'll be loyal, that she'll be appreciative, that she'll be dedicated. But that's not happening no more. Because now she can get these things without him per se. And what I mean by that is she doesn't have to attach a wagon to him. She doesn't need to marry him or be in a long relationship with him to get designer bags, to get money for her bills, to get new clothes. That is no longer an absolute, because now she could just go, either she go and sleep her way to the top in a corporate setting, try to manipulate some CEO or some high-end official, or she can go to the strip club and try to find her a sugar daddy or charge guys for her coochie, OnlyFans, etc. Or she can find her a man a woman will get with a man that she can't stand, but long as he's spending that money the way she wants him to spend it, and she has the control of it, and there is no, ends to how much he'll spend on her, then she'll get with that man for a couple of years, 3 years, and then leave him. But yeah, women will attach themselves to people they can't stand because to get what they want. So those are all the 3 ways I just named it. Now the long terms is the same thing, right? The marriages, the woman, especially if she's going to marry you, she's going to only attach herself to the guy who's going to be able to provide for her the life what she thinks she deserves. Women are not marrying men to give the men the life they think he deserves. They're marrying a man because he can give the life she thinks she deserves. And the moment that he doesn't continue to meet those, because he got to do that all the way through. The moment that he doesn't do what she thinks she needs to be doing, he's out of there. Right? He's out of there. So that's what women do. They only look at a man as a business proposition. And the video will reveal this.
To this video down in the description box down below, but let's get active. Without further ado,
I do not need a man to feel complete or fulfilled. Okay, anyone can speak. Whoever feels passionate about this.
now the boss babes are on the left side, the trad wives are on the right side. Let's go.
So like I was saying before, I think a lot of obviously how we're feeling and our opinions are completely shaped on our experiences. So mine, particularly because I was raised by a single mom, I think seeing the way in which she still dedicated her time to me, and she had time to do that because she was an older mom too. So I think she got to live her life to a certain point. And then she had me because I got to grow up with a woman who was able to take care of herself and allow me to experience the world as well. And she didn't have a man by her side. I actually never saw my mom date a man, like in my experience after my dad. I think that was it for her. But because I saw that, it really always taught me that I did not need somebody else, regardless of who it is, a friend, a boyfriend, anything to make me feel fulfilled as a person. Because at the end of the day, and I hate to be so morbid, but I'm just always thinking about this, but in a positive way, we are going to go by ourselves. There's nobody else that goes with us, so you have to feel fulfilled within yourself.
I find it so interesting watching young women raised by single.
And she's speaking her truth. She's living in her truth. She's saying, hey, I don't need you, nigga. I'll deal with you if you give me what I want. But at the end of the day, if I don't feel you're fulfilling everything that I need you to fulfill, I'm going to get rid of you because I don't need you. I came in this world by myself. I'm going to die by myself. So therefore, you are expendable. You are expendable. And this is just the reality. This is the harsh reality. And niggas can't take it. They can't take it. Oh, ruthless. There's good women out here. Ruthless. Just as the women you deal with. Ruthless. You just doom and gloom. But these women are saying they don't need a man because they got their own plan. Women say they don't need a man because they got their own plan. And we have to embrace this. We got to accept the fact that she's living in her truth. And we kind of want to argue with these women. We try to convince these women about, well, what do you bring to the table? Why? You ain't, you're better with under a mask cover. We're trying to sit here and tell these women and convince these women that the way they think it is delusional. Okay, that's fair. But it's not working, right? These women are not going back under, well, yeah, I need a man. Now, once again, a woman will get with you. A woman will get with a man she can't stand. As long as she follows her plan. As long as he does what she thinks is good for her, she'll keep him around for a little bit. I mean, she don't get rid of him. Women even marry men they hate to get that bag, to get that lifestyle, to get security. Women want security at all levels, whether it's financially or emotionally, whether it's sexually or whether it's companionship. They would do whatever it takes to achieve that. And if they can't get it to a man by marriage, by relationship, they're going to the strip club. They're going to the OnlyFans. They're going to Figueroa. They don't care. Rains to the snow. You'll always say, oh. So don't think, and this is what we have to don't think these women really care about you judging them. Bet you ain't shit. I would never marry you because you're 3 or 4. Or nobody wants an educated woman. Or right? They don't care. Because they have a bunch of niggas out here sound like Michael Jackson. I'll be there if you find someone new. I know he better be good to you, because if he don't, I'll be there. I'll be there. Too many niggas singing that song to these hoes. So you think you really care about you, nigga? Do you think you really care about the 10,000 men that's talking about you a hoe, a nigga never marry you? When you got the other 500,000 men talking about, I'll be there. There are over 3 million men over that are literally saying to these women, I'll be there, because they care. And a lot of these men feel like they can't live without the presence of a woman in their life. And as long as there's men that feel like this, these women will move in the way they think they need to move to make themselves great. So what I'm telling you, men, is live your best, have your cake and eat it too. Don't let these women stress you out, because they are their own entities. And they will do what's best for them. So as men, we need to do what's best for us. Now, if you find someone that you can make it with, you think you can make it with, hey, I'm not telling you don't take that deal. But what I am saying is this: if it doesn't work, or if you're having a hard time, if you're divorced, don't let it stress you out. Live your best life. You got to move on, and we got to grow as men. That, you know what, these women, they are independent individuals who are acting in a manner of individualism, which America pushes. America's anti-family. We know this. This is why this is the #1 divorce country in the world. Because we know the courts, they value the woman more than the man. We know the government, uplifts the woman, empowers the woman to be her own individual. We know this. Plus, their friend groups, other women. Oh, girl, you boo, you're beautiful. You don't have to go through that. You don't have to cry. You're too beautiful to be mad at him. You're too beautiful to be with him. This is what these other women are telling this woman who's really the problem. And then you got a whole bunch of men talking about, oh, y'all suckers, yeah. Y'all suckers. Choose better. Oh, yeah. You ain't do it. Yeah. We got a bunch of men pointing fingers at the men. But in reality, the women are already under the ideology of I could do this by myself if I got to. Let me play this. Let me start this over again so you guys can, for the new ones, welcome to the show. Hit the like button. We're going to listen to what the women got. I got a video here. And we're going to listen to what the women have to say.
Not need a man to feel complete or fulfilled. Okay, anyone can speak. Whoever feels passionate about this.
Now the boss babes are on the left side, the trad wives are on the right side. Let's go.
So like I was saying before, I think a lot of obviously how we're feeling and our opinions are completely shaped on our experiences. So mine, particularly because I was raised by a single mom, I think seeing the way in which she still dedicated her time to me, and she had time to do that because she was an older mom too. So I think she got to live her life to a certain point. And then she had me because I got to grow up with a woman who was able to take care of herself and allow me to experience the world as well. And she didn't have a man by her side. I actually never saw my mom date a man, like in my experience. After my dad, I think that was it for her. But because I saw that, it really always taught me that I did not need somebody else, regardless of who it is, a friend, a boyfriend, anything to make me feel fulfilled as a person. Because at the end of the day, and I hate to be so morbid, but I'm just always thinking about this, but in a positive way, we are going to go by ourselves. There's nobody else that goes with us, so you have to feel fulfilled within yourself.
I find it.
So what she's saying, nigga, is unless you can meet her standards and expectations, if you can't meet those things, and if not all of them, you're expendable. Because she said, I came in this world by myself. I'm going to leave this motherfucker by myself. This is the way she thinks. So therefore, to be with a man for a lot of these women will be, okay, he has to be what I need him to be for me. And if he can't match that, I will replace him and erase him. So don't stress yourselves out. Remember, she said she's thought about this her whole life when she was with her mom. So this is before she actually got with a man. She's already thinking that, you know what? There's no way I'm never going to ever just be so dependent on a man for all I need when I have myself. I will always put myself first. And this go back to Ruthless Truth's Aliyaji. That woman would never love you like she loved herself, nigga. She would never love you like she loved herself. And you know what that means? Is you're expendable, nigga. Because she will always put herself before you and the kids and whoever else gets in her way. Self-love is a demonic force.
So interesting watching young women raised by single mothers who are also strong, independent boss babes conclude that it's a better option or it's strength in doing it alone. No man is needed in order to live this thing out. And in fact, you're going to die lonely and destitute by yourself. Single.
Which is she has a right to think that. What we going to do? What we going to do? Beat her up? No, you gotta. Okay, boo. You think you don't want to work this out? You want to divorce me? You want to walk away because you're a quitter? Okay, that's you, boo. And I know, and I'm gonna try to convince you otherwise. I'm gonna present a case to you as my wife or as my woman that I don't think you should walk away from this thing. I think we're good. I just think we had our moments, our times, but we could fight through this. And if she fights against that, what I present, then I'm gonna have to say, baby, do you, boo? Because now I'm gonna have my cake and I'm gonna eat it too. I'm not gonna stress myself out. Is it me? Did I do anything wrong? Was I not a communicator? Did I not just know? If she can't see that, or she not mature enough to understand that every relationship has ups and downs, and that we have to fight for the thing that we think is special. If she does not align with that ideology as two heads are better than one, then I'm going to have to let her hit the roller skates. Roller coaster. Ow. Because I'm not going to sit here and stress myself out, nor am I going to think about killing myself because this bitch can't stand on business. I understand that we as men, we care about women. I understand that. But you have to understand that the thing you care about looks at you as an expendable item. She looks at you as a business perspective. She's only with you for what you can make her happy and make her feel good. And if you do not meet those requirements, nigga, once again, you're expendable. And if you're expendable, that means, nigga, she only cares about herself more than she cares about you. Then the women will always put themselves before you. She will always love herself more than you, nigga. I got a special guest coming up, time for the fireworks. You know what I mean? Time for the fireworks to come on. Let me give her an intro, man. Let me give her an intro.
Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office.
And welcome to the show, Mela, a.k.a. Rambo, a.k.a. the Shaolin Temple with the flying guillotine, chop your head off mentality. Welcome, Mela.
Hey, Ruthless.
I know you coming out shooting.
It's, believe it or not, it's not my intention, but that winds up happening.
No, Mel. I love that. I love that about you.
And that's unfortunate. Why is it that you love that part of my persona? Why do you love? And when I say love, I mean it, respectfully. Like, why is it that you are more entertained by the belligerent Mela than the calm, sweet, lovely Mela?
Because when you the belligerent Mela, you standing 10 toes down on your stuff. I love it. I love that women are standing up on whatever they believe in. Because
why do you want Black women to be warriors?
I don't want y'all to be nothing. Y'all don't need me to want anything, right? Y'all are
you said you love it.
I love it because
you love the belligerence. You said that.
I love it because you're transparent. I respect transparency more than a lying and deceitful ass bitch.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying? Okay. I'd rather you be honest, brutally honest with me, than to sit here and play a gazelle and pretend when you can't stand me or when you don't believe or agree with anything, but you playing a role. No, I'd rather you just come out and be you, boo.
I think it's unhealthy for women to be mean-spirited.
I think it's just who you are.
No. That's a defense mechanism, which is what I put in the back chat. I responded to the title, not the title, but what you were saying before it came up. I said,
Okay.
I think there's a defense mechanism on both sides of the gender, specifically Black folks. Our people were raised in negativity. Like, you notice how people are in our culture, we're quick to point out and appreciate. How can I put this? We are more likely than not to put the effort in communicating about a negative thing than a positive thing. Let's say somebody's doing everything right. They doing everything right. They don't get their flowers. You don't hear about it. Nobody accentuates what it is that makes them, you know, more than adequate. But here comes some raggedy chick or some raggedy guy, you know, just doing all kinds of off the wall stuff that's disagreeable in cohesiveness, and we got a lot to say about it. Look at these live streams. It's always the negative. So I'm trying to figure out if people understand that anger is danger. Okay? It's dangerous for your health to be angry all the time. And I think that Black YouTube is promoting anger. The titles, the combativeness, like everything is just anger. And it's like, man, that's gonna make people sick eventually.
But you know what?
I
You know what?
remember the last time I snapped off on you, I wasn't proud of that. I wasn't proud of that, but you liked it.
Yeah, because
And that's
look,
crazy to me. It's like, okay, so you basically want me to get sick, basically.
no,
It's
I'm just
like, I
saying.
want her to stay angry. I want her to stay mad.
I
I want to
wouldn't.
say things inflammatory to lure her in to this elevated sense of anger.
No, that's not where I'm thinking. Right?
And then when we get sick, you be like, yeah, that bitch was weak.
No.
You know, like, what the fuck?
That's not how I look at it, Mella. This is how I look at it, Mella. If we're having a conversation and you having, let's say, a moment where you feel like you have to, because Mella, one thing about you never really too much name call me, so I'll give you that. I won't tolerate it anyway. I'll drop you a minute. I'll ban you if I have to, right? But if you're just stating your point and you're passionate about your position, I respect that. I respect a woman being passionate about a position so that we as YouTube can see exactly what you think. So we don't have to sit here and play guessing game.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
In the event that you become this big time YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
You know, you ain't gonna think about me being with you when you was crawling. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna think about me. What I'm doing and what I would appreciate you acknowledging is that I'm giving you an experience without cost that you need to, you know, just find that this endeavor is worthwhile for you. I am literally contributing my talent, skills, and abilities as a personality to you. Don't think I don't know what I'm worth. Okay. It's just that I'm not for sale like that. You know, I've been around the world. I've experienced miracles in my life that makes me appreciative of people that are determined to achieve a goal. And if I can, participate in some way to enhance their encouragement to continue on their path to achieve a goal, I'm cool with that. But
Okay.
I mean, it's like for you to understand that all you think I want out of you is to make me mad. That's not gonna work.
I didn't think that. Now, Mella, I didn't think that, Mella. I don't think like that. If you come here and you have a great time, I don't mind that either. Right? What I'm saying is, no matter which way, I'm not gonna let these women stress me out. And because I understand you guys, I understand the makeup of how you guys think and operate. So when you are the way you are, it doesn't stress me out. That's what, but I do appreciate your transparency and you're valued in this space, Miller, by all the creators, right? Whenever, that's why we don't have no problem with letting you up on our platform. Now, there are certain women that I wouldn't even let up on this platform, right? Then they know not to come, right? They know not to come because ruthless don't play. But there are certain women like you, Miller, we value because even though we may not always agree, Miller, even though we may not always see eye to eye, we can still have the conversation. You will still have the conversation, Miller. And you have exercised the ability to have the conversation. And that is valuable to the space. Now, whether you come, that's cool. If you don't come, there's still the motherfucking train still going to roll, right? But we do value you as a contributor to us having a conversation about relationship dynamics and why that us men and women can't get along. Why can't we not see eye to eye? And ruthless is if we're supposed to be in love with each other and we're supposed to admonish each other, being happy should be the easiest. Or having a conflict and coming to a fast resolution should be the easiest thing to do in that dynamic. A stranger, okay, fuck it. But when the man you pick or the woman you love and we have conflict, if we truly love each other and admire each other or admonish each other, then it should be no problem with us solving the problem, with us being able to get to a solution, because that's what love is all about. But if it seems to be that the women, on the most part, I'm not saying that the men, we got some men who are, oh, if you don't do this, I believe. But it seems like the women are the ones leaving the most and complaining a lot about why they're leaving. And we want to hear their side of the coin so that we can examine these issues in these relationships and these dynamics so that we can have a portfolio or a picture to look at. So yeah, but I'm here to tell today, my topic is, I'm telling the men, we can have our cake and eat it too. We don't have to deal with all that. We can, listen, right now, the women I deal with, I don't have to deal with their baggage because I'm not going to do it. Right? Hey, boo, if you got an anger management issue, boo, and your emotions going crazy, get a therapist, boo, boo. Go to the therapy session, pay your money. They're paid to do with that. But you don't pay me as your husband, boyfriend to deal with that. And I'm not going to deal with that. I love you. I love being around you. But when you get into those swings, when you get into those situations, I'm gonna have to tell you, you're gonna have to go to the doctor, boo-boo. And if you refuse, I'm gonna have to get rid of you. Because that's not my profession. That's not what I do. I am a provider and I am a protector. I'm not a motherfucking therapist. I'm not a motherfucking machine where I don't have emotions, I don't have feelings about you. So those things, you are important to me. But what's important to me is stability and consistency. And if I can't get that from you, baby girl, as a woman to be my wife or to be my girlfriend, then I'm going to have to do it by myself. Just like y'all got the same ideology, right? Y'all got the same ideology. That's why I'm going to play this video, Mela, before you respond, so we can get a little bit more context. And then I'm going to let you reply after the video.
Mothers, because they are single and because there's not a man there, have to project strength through isolation or aloneness. But young modern women pick up that trait is a benefit to them, whereas my situation was actually very similar to hers, but a single father. But watching my dad also not have girlfriends throughout my life, there were not women moving in and out of the house, but I never picked up that I would be much better off without a significant other in order to help meet me where I would want the direction of the family to go. I would argue that the main differences between me and her is how that single parent would speak up and communicate about the opposite sex. My dad never said anything negative about women, but I bet you that her mother said negative things about men, thus leading to her conclusion. But what's hilarious is that men, by and large, are far better at being alone, whereas these women will convince themselves that they have a man's level of capability. Let's proceed.
I would agree with that, actually, as somebody who got married fairly young, which is why I agreed with the prompt. I don't think that we're supposed to be fulfilled by other people. I think that when we have Christ in our lives and when we know ourselves, we can be fulfilled, right? Because like you said in the beginning, our purpose is to serve God and to serve others. And so my husband adds so much to my life, and my life has become significantly better since I married him. But as a person, I am fulfilled in who I am.
Question for you ladies. How has your ambition or your success and your status influenced your romantic relationships or your dating lives?
I think there's a better standard, because for me to achieve the things that I've achieved, it required me to grow into the woman to do that. So now, now what I require of a man has changed, and I think that in our society, in addition to glamorizing like I'm a boss and all this type stuff, I think there's also this thing that I want to disabuse while I have like this, while we're here on this platform, of like, we don't need men. And I don't believe that. Like, I wanted to fulfill myself, but part of that is, I feel like we're in a society where women are like, I want a guy to make 6 figures, all of this stuff that I'm not knocking, and I'm not saying it's not important, but the reason I think that you should be financially independent, fulfill yourself, is so that you can become a woman who actually is equally yoked with the kind of person that a lot of women aspire for. Not all women. So like, whatever that means to you, it's like, what are you bringing to the table, And so, yeah, for me, that's kind of my perspective on that, as like, you should.
Let me go back to this, and then we'll see how she talks.
Specific to fantastic content today, a link to this video
I'll keep passing it
below, but let's get active. Without further ado,
I do not need a man to feel complete or fulfilled. Okay, anyone can.
And this is the facts, gentlemen. And women are speaking loud. They don't need a man to feel complete. So that means, gentlemen, we are expendable in their eyes. And that's fair. That's fair. I'm going to say this, that's fair. Because because we do, I would say we're not ignorant of these women's expectations and demands, right? And if you as a man, as we as men sign up for this, and she deems that we failed at what we signed up for, then she has every right to walk out that door. But what I'm telling you is, don't stress yourself out, because a lot of these women's demands and expectations are unrealistic, because ain't nobody gonna be perfect. Somebody's gonna have something wrong with them. Every human got something wrong with them in some kind of way. We all come with a level of baggage, right? So when you love someone and you sign up with them, you sign up to, okay, we're going to fight through this and fight for this love. That is the foundation of this matrimony. Go ahead, Mella. What you like to say, Mella?
Okay, thank you. I heard the video and everything that you said, and my response is, there's a better way to express the difference between need and want. You can interpret that any way you choose. There's a better way to have expressed the difference between need and want. And, we need air to breathe. We need food to eat. We need shelter, like the needs, the actual needs that sustain life. That's a different connotation than want. Like, I want affection. I want to entertain that my husband loves my cooking. I want to entertain that he loves the dress that I'm wearing. Like, there are wants and then there are needs. So when a woman says, I quote unquote, I don't need a man, I would beg people to understand that most likely she's talking about survival in terms of I can feed myself, I can shelter myself, I can clothe myself, I can buy a firearm on my own. So, those are, in order to sustain my life on a basic level. I mean, yeah, she could actually say, I don't quote unquote need a man. But then there comes this other word called want. She didn't indicate that she doesn't want a man. And that's a different makeup. You know what I'm saying? And you took it to, like, you hear it right there. Men are expendable because she says she don't need a man. I personally, that's not where she's coming from, because there's a difference between need and want. And I was just trying to thank you for allowing me to explain the difference. There's I believe she wants a man, but she, unfortunately, she didn't utilize the better way to communicate that you know, she wants a man. What she decided to do was go with the whole defense mechanism. I don't need a man. Which doesn't mean that you guys are expendable. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that she doesn't want a man, because there's a difference between need and want. And I think you took the word need and ran with it. That's what I think.
So I am in agreement that no woman or man, for this most part, should be acting like they need each other. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a need. It's a luxury. When men and women come together, it's a luxury to share a pleasurable experience. So I do agree that to want a man, to want a woman should be the primary goal. To need a woman to be a man is a bit foolish, right? Because now there comes a lot of expectations with that, which, because to maintain.
It's kind of like a woman that has her own hair saying she needs a weave. Like,
Right.
you have your own hair. Like, what are you talking about? You want a weave.
Right.
You want things that enhance the pleasure in your life. You want things to enhance the pleasure in your life. But in terms of need, you have everything that you need walking this earth.
Yeah.
You want to enhance the pleasure in your life. And that's the difference.
Yes. And this is why I tell men, don't stress yourself out. And to the women, don't stress yourself out. Because at the end of the day, each of us, what's up, Lord ADS? Who can check me, boo? So at the end of the day, each one of us has the things we think that will maintain us and make us fulfilled, right? But
absolutely. Ruthless, I got to come back a little later, okay?
Okay.
I got something to do, and I'll come back when I can. Okay? Peace and blessings, brother. Bye.
Thanks for coming, Mel. Thanks for your valued. So yeah, we do understand that men, we need to put a brakes on our ideology talking about we need a woman. We don't need a woman to have a family. We can, in a sense of being married or forever, we can have a co-parenting situation and still be, as fathers, just as effective. Now, I know it's not ideal. Credit. I'm not telling nobody that, oh yeah, let's sign up for co-parenting if we can. No, because nobody wants to deal with a stepdaddy. I understand that completely. Nobody wants to sign up to have their family separated. But what the women are, and their ideology is their believe in, is that they're going to put themselves first over the family, over the husband. So therefore, if you marry this woman or if you're in a long-standing relationship, understand that you are dealing with the entity that may not align with the nuclear family like you do. And this is the harsh reality. The women, we look at women, especially as our wives or someone we love and care about, we don't look at them as expendable. We look at them as someone of value and that we want to keep for a very long time. Well, women look at us as expendable and depends on what you bring, how your performance is, because women grade men on their performance. She can like you for a year and then get rid of you, or she can like you for 5 years and get rid of you. She can like you for 20 years and still get rid of you, right? Because they don't look at us as forever. They look at us as, okay, as long as he makes me happy, as long as he do the things that I think makes me happy. And this is our different ideologies as men and women. This is why we're so much divided on, well, what's a good wife? What's a good husband? What's this? We have all these debates day in and day out, right? Women are coming on here saying, yeah, men are incapable of love. Why do women say that? Why do women say men are incapable of love? Because what's in from their lens, they want you to love them the way they think they need to be loved, not what you think should be love. So yeah, we may really love them, but because we're showing discipline and structure and we are correcting and protecting, they look at us as we don't love them. If you say to her, baby, I don't need you to go to that account and spend money on this dumb shit, she looks at that as, oh, he don't love me because he's not giving me what I want. Or if you are too tired to deal with her emotional disturbance and you can't bring a valuable, value to her, then she deems you as you don't love her. So we have to understand when they leave or when they divorce, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. And this is why we have to understand the women ideology has changed. They think they no longer need a man. That means, nigga, from the time you put that ring on it, or the time that you guys become boyfriend and girlfriend, she's looking at you as expendable. She will move off of you. And this is the way women see things, and this is where they're demonstrating. This is the way they're demonstrating.
Conversation with essentially her speaking about things such as money is energy. She is the exact type that needs a man. She needs a man with leadership capabilities, formal structure to be like, I hear you on all that mumbo jumbo.
And this is where the homie is delusional. Women don't need men. They don't. They don't. And we don't need them to at least have a life with, we can still be men. We can still have our fun. We don't need women to be happy. We don't. And they don't need us to be happy. That's the truth. That is why we have to understand, men. When you talk to a woman, it's not that she needs you and it's not that you need her. It's a luxury. It's a luxury of pleasure. Two people share pleasure together until it runs out. And once that pleasure runs out, guess what? That relationship is out. Now, some stay for the kids. Some stay to please other people. But at the end of the day, the divorce rate is where it's at. At 1 million divorces a year, and women filing 800,000 of them, telling you, you're just temporary, nigga. When I took the wedding vows, I was trolling, nigga. Stupid. You thought I really meant those words to me? You really thought I really meant forever? Nigga, I just said that to make your crazy ass happy. To make you believe so you can keep giving me that money or you keep treating me the way I think I need to be treated. And then guess what? If you do meet all those things, these women get bored. Like Ayesha Curry, right? And they go off and do wild things because are out of mind, right? So once again, right? Men believe women when they tell them, oh, I love you. They think, oh, she loves me. I'm him. But you don't understand you're still expendable in her eyes because she will always love herself more than you. Always. There's nothing you can do to make a woman love you more than she loves herself. And this is a cold, hard fact. Like my boy OG Dirty say, cold, hard facts. And this is why us men have to learn to make this careful evaluation before getting into bed with one of these women. You do have to understand that. You do have to understand that, yeah, even though you might look at her as wifey material, you might understand in your mind, you do want to have a family with her. But you do have to learn that she might not see it the same way, even though she may not say it. Even though she may agree with you in the bedroom, but internally she may think differently. She might, look, I'm going to stay as long as the shit that made me happy. And the moment this nigga get to acting weird or doing something I don't like, I'm out. And the divorce numbers tell the story. 800,000 is an astronomical number, nigga. That is more than enough information to say, shit, these women don't give a fuck. But we want to ignore these things. We want to ignore the 800,000 divorces a year because we still think that there's good women out here that's going to be able to complete this journey for the next 50 years. When in fact, they're leaving 5, 10, 15, 20 years. There's women divorcing at 45, 50 years old. Talk about, I'm graduating from being married. I got another video. And once again, we're going to examine this. Why I'm telling them, have your cake and eat it too. Enjoy your life. If you get with a woman that you enjoy and pleasurable, remember, enjoy it. You don't have to overthink it. Just enjoy it. But just remember, just keep it compartmentalized. Enjoy it while it lasts. Because it doesn't mean, that it's going to be forever or it's going to be complete within the next year. You know what I mean? Because women they change a lot with their emotions. Emotions are very fleeting. And I got another video. This is Brittany Renner, and she's going to give us some more information. She's going to give us some more information on this is why you got to have your cake and eat it too.
What was the last straw for you?
Honestly, the OnlyFans stuff. And he told me he had never purchased anything and wasn't doing this and this. And literally I just gotta tell the truth. I pulled up bank records that he had in the safe that we had, and I saw all these charges. And it was like a 2-year-old lie. And I'm like, you still didn't tell the truth about this?
Right. And this was for OnlyFans?
Yeah, and there's a lot of other stuff too.
Like what?
Like catching him watching porn of someone that I know, to be honest.
Damn.
Oops.
This is the same woman that made a video about how to trap an athlete and get his money. Now, you ain't going to tell me this nigga that stupid. If let's just say he is spending money on women. You think he that stupid to use a debit card? If he's smart, he just pay cash. Come on, man. But once again, right? She's not telling the truth. Because we know ain't no nigga going to give a woman the code to his vote. That obviously means she has access to his phone too. And give her access to all his information and wants to sneak around and don't use cash. So she's not telling the truth. But this again, these women aren't the juice they squeeze. Because she's sitting here finding something wrong with him or saying she's finding something wrong. But yet she made a whole video about how you can take money from athletes. And he happened to be an athlete. So these women are liars. They're liars. You can't believe nothing they say. Anything to win. Anything to be right. Papi, these women are not to be trusted. Let's go to another video. I got another video, right? I'm gonna show you these women are not to be trusted. You can't overly invest in these women. You can't. You have to always keep your guards up.
For a drink, what do you say?
Absolutely.
Yes, we get to drink. Marcel? Marcel? It's time.
Marcel, that bitch went to take that red ring off. They said, hey, girl, what you doing? So we on live TV. She didn't give a fuck because she's savage like that. So once again, don't stress yourself out. We need to quit stressing ourselves out about why these women want to be 304s. We need to quit stressing ourselves about, well, why I'm giving her everything. I'm doing all this shit for her. Why is she still complaining? Why is she acting the way she's acting? Why is she not showing appreciation? We do have to understand it has nothing to do with us. As men, as long as we hold our integrity on what we stand on, then we can live our lives in a fashion, and she doesn't like it, she can leave. And they're leaving. You know what I'm saying? They're leaving. But what I'm telling you is, don't stress yourself out about it. Don't sit there, or is it me? Oh, was I not? And men stop blaming other men. Oh, well, you weren't a good leader. Oh, well, you should have chose better. This is just, y'all just got to understand these women are their own individuals. And they're not to be trusted. They will do whatever to make themselves happy. And she would never, ever love you more than she loved herself. I need y'all to let that sink in. I need y'all to let that land in your mind. She would never love you. I don't give a fuck if you gave her Mars, nigga, and the moon. She would never love you the way she loves herself. So therefore, you will always be expendable in her eyes. She will always look for better if she can get it. She's always looking to self-improve and self-please more than you. No matter what kind of husband you are, no matter what kind of cars you get her. This is Ayesha Curry. She has her man gave her damn near the Mars. He damn near gave her the moon. Damn near. I'm sure she has a couple of Rolls Royces, a Lamborghini in the backyard that she can pull out anytime she wants to. About 10 Birkin bags, maybe 12. Each year she gets the new Birkin bag come out. And that's still not enough. That's still not enough. She still want to get fucked by another nigga. She still want to be a 304. Because that's just her nature. That's who she is. That's why she said she didn't want to get married to Steph. You know why she didn't want to get married to Steph? Because she wanted to get her back blown out by 3 or 4, 5, 6, 8 different guys. But she couldn't pass up the lifestyle. So she took the lifestyle. She married the lifestyle, not Steph. Let's be clear. She married the NBA player with all the money and not him. And women will always marry what you can provide for them. They will never marry you, nigga. Ever. They never have, never will. Women look at us from a business perspective at all times. And my boy Poppy Blanco, I think this is where he's a little delusional. Because Poppy seems to tells me, Rufus, is she really rock with you, Rufus? Is she really fuck with you, Rufus? She ain't give a fuck about the money. That's a motherfucking lie, nigga. Now, she might like you a little bit more than the other niggas with money. She might do a little bit more for you. She might exclusify the coochie for you. But she would never love you, Poppy, more than she loves herself. And this is why you're not married, Poppy. This is why Poppy ain't stupid. This is why you have baby mama. This is why we all got baby mamas, right? because we clearly made the proper assessment and understood that these women are selfish. These hoes ain't loyal. And they ain't necessarily cheating with another man. That's not the only, right, selfishness that these women display. These women will neglect a nigga. These sexless marriages are real. Right? These women out here, doing what they do.
You got me confused with your other bitch.
What other bitch? I'm with you every single day.
These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal.
What's something that give you butterflies?
Money. Money gives me butterflies.
These hoes ain't loyal. And we don't want to sit here and never know, not our wife, not my boo-boo. My boo-boo ain't no hoe. What's up, IB Wody? Not my boo-boo, she ain't no hoe. Hell no, she my wife. No, she ain't no 304. Not my boo-boo. Until you come and find out she got a work husband. Women will always, even if they don't fuck a nigga, they will always have a nigga to take your place, potentially. Always. Remember that. There's always a nigga that she will keep on hold just in case you do not bring her happiness to fulfillment. Because these hoes ain't loyal. Right? And look it, to the women, do you, boo-boo? But let me tell you something. We are valuable with or without women. We don't need women to be valuable. Because you know why? And there's this weird talking point, right? And follow me on this one. Y'all follow me on this one. That women are born with more value than men. Men have to earn their value. That's a motherfucking lie. That's a motherfucking lie. Men are born with value. Why? Because when a man is born, it's another soldier. Right? To protect the country. We are born with value because you're a potential soldier that can go up to war and put it down. Women, they're not born with that. Women, they're born, their value is incubators. Men, when we're born, there's a soldier right there. And then we would sign this nigga up for the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines. That's our value. We got value with or without a woman. We don't need women to get our value. Now, that value as being a soldier is part of our value, that also economic efficiency. So when you're born, a male is born into the house, that is a protector who can ward off, who can fight wars internally, meaning your household, or externally, going to war, going to whatever, or being a police officer, or fireman, etc. Right? That's value, nigga. And then there's economic success. That's another way, another add to your value. So men can get value in multiple ways. It ain't just about having money. It's also about what we contribute to the running of this country, to the survival of this nation. Not only are we lovers, we soldiers. We are soldiers. So that's why men are valuable. We get our value when we're born. Because this nigga, we can sign this nigga up for the military. You don't think the military is important? Then why does America have $1 trillion military ran by men and got boots to the ground? When it was time to get down, to go to Afghanistan, to Iraq, who the fuck you think they sent? The ninjas. And this ain't no gang of bitches. The fuck? The fuck? You think they were going to send 400,000 women over there and say, bring it home, baby? Protect America? Shit. They're going to send a gang of ninjas over there to protect this country, to fight the war. They're not going to send no women over there because the man is more valuable at that type, and this is what we do great. And no woman would be ever able to match that energy to be a sniper, sit up in the motherfucking tree for 2 weeks trying to take a nigga out. Right? To snipe a nigga, shoot a nigga head off. To see a nigga out of bounds and gun him down and go to sleep like nothing happened. Women never be able to have that capacity. But men, we have that capacity. We're born with that capacity. And if you don't believe that war is necessary to maintain a country, then you're delusional, nigga. If that was the case, America wouldn't have $1 trillion military. China wouldn't have $1 billion military. Russia wouldn't have $1 billion military. If violence was not the way of life, nobody would have a military. Everybody goes, oh, what we need a military for? We can invest in other things. There is a whole lolly, because they know that military is there for protection and to enforce. And men are leading the way in that field and will always lead the way in that field. So our value, when a man is born, we're very valuable. Women, when you're born, you're valuable as well too, because, you know, once again, the human race has to go forward. But I got another video, and we're going to listen to women, once again, state their positions.
They have to have a lot of money? Absolutely not. But do you have to have the grit, the energy to know, like, I will get there? Doesn't mean millions, doesn't mean anything. It just means being self-sufficient in that way, to be comfortable, cool. We're not worried about it.
Have you ever dated somebody and it's been like too much for them?
Yeah, absolutely. All my boyfriends, I think, have been
Damn, I'm
afraid.
good.
Like, I'm a risk taker. Like, I moved to California. I had a boyfriend at the time. I was like, do you want to move with me? No, I can't go. I can't leave my mom. Can't leave my sister. I hope he doesn't watch this.
I'm going to pose a...
And again, she watched a single mothering. I'm going to get it about my own. I'm going to get it about the lonely. I'm going to move without you. You can come. You can follow me to my destination because I have all the ideas. I have the plan. I'm going to be doing this. She is not form fit to be under the protection and the provision.
Because that's no longer a necessity, homie. It's no longer a necessity for a woman to be under a protection of a man. She's surrounded by, you know, things that she feels protects her better than just one single man. So a woman feels she can excel with or without a man. And this is why they leave the most. This is why they divorce the most, because they can do it. They feel in their mind, I can do this without him. And feminism has given them the courage. Feminism has opened doors for them to be or exercise what they think is right for them. And there's nothing us men can do about it, because once again, most men overvalue women and they push women empowerment. And that's just a fact. And the homie here is talking about, well, she's not suited to be under the man's covering. Okay. What woman is?
Of a man, and at the point that she feels unhappy in a situation, bye-bye. That's all she's ever known. And now within the world of the internet, where they have infinite options via social media, they are anti-confrontation. They will not try to work it out, and they'll just go on to the next situation.
If you were married to a very wealthy man who told you that you never had to work or lift a finger because everything is taken care of, he just wants you to focus on raising the children and managing the home, how would that make you feel? How would you respond to that?
I actually just had this happen to me not that long ago. And he did tell me that. And I said, that's really nice, but I'm still going to work.
Yeah, I had that happen. I declined.
Okay, what about you?
I probably still have some type of side business. Honestly, I love working. And as much as I loved getting to be there with my daughter for the first few years of her life, but I'm a go-getter. I was bored. And I also think, your ambition will kind of show you as a mirror the other person and what they're thinking and how they're thinking about you. Because when I did become more ambitious and I started my first company, it started like a rift between me and my ex. He was like, oh, you have to go to work? Well, what does that mean? Like, are you going to cheat on me? Blah, blah, blah. There was all this insecurity when I started to work more. And it really didn't have anything to do with the work because I was still going home, cooking, cleaning, doing it. Well, not cleaning, but doing all that stuff. I don't believe in cleaning.
You keep saying that you were bored. You were bored. I'm just wondering if you took some of that boredom and channeled it into your motherhood or channeled it into the home in a different way. Do you think you could have just used it in a different way to help your family?
Good question.
Or do you think that it needed to be something that happened outside of the home?
Yep.
I think I need to build things for lots of people. I like to build for hundreds, thousands of people, and that's what I do now. So for me, it's like business. I was tending to the orchard every day. I had a full garden. I walked to the beach. I took some.
The women no longer, they don't want to do everything for their children. They will put themselves first. Women think they could be more than mothers. They think being a mother limits them. This is the way they believe. They think, oh, just being a stay-at-home mom limits my growing potential as a high earner or as whatever their dreams is. Women don't want to be looked at as just a nurturer or just a housewife. Women want to be looked at as something aside from that. They want to be looked at as a go-getter. They want to be looked at as a bag chaser. They want to be looked at as an independent entity. This is what women want to be looked at. Why are we fighting this? Don't stress yourself out. This is what women want. They want to be away from you niggas. They don't want you niggas to get all the glory. They don't want you to get all the attention. These women want their own shit. They want their own attention outside of you. Yeah, they like their husband to be attracted to them, yeah. But they don't mind. They like other men being attracted to them too. Right? Women are moving in a way where they no longer value men the ones like they once did. Women do not look at men as absolute happiness anymore. Women, they want to get out here and strive and compete with the men that they love or that they don't love. They want to be looked at as equals. And we as men are in denial of this, or at least we're trying to fight this. Right? That's why we have these conversations on these panels about, well, isn't it better that if you stay in the house, raise the kids, and have the life of luxury and just enjoy that? No, women are opting to say, no, I don't want to be just in the house. I don't want just to be a housewife anymore. And us men, we're having a problem with embracing, well, I would say some men. There's a lot of men that encourage this behavior. There are a lot of men out here that say, be all you can be. There are a lot of men who are believing in women empowerment. So, yeah, women are moving to be something more than just housewives. They want to be high earners. They want to have a plan B. This is how women keep themselves relevant. They want to have the control. They want to feel like they're a boss bitch. And that's okay, boo-boo. You want to be a boss bitch? Be a boss bitch. But beware what comes with this, right? There are certain things that are negative that comes with this mentality, being a boss bitch. There's a certain thing that can, I would say, erupt a healthy home. All these type of mentalities can be, very, I would say, unhealthy situation for both parties involved. And men, don't stress yourself out about it. Because as long as we're in this country, as long as we're in this place, women will always have a right to be all she can be. And she can put the family last, she can put her husband last, and put herself first, and people will support her. People will support her endeavors, men and women alike.
Surf lessons, did all this stuff, and I was still like, it felt for me, not for everyone, but it felt very like, I'm doing this for like 3 people, and I want to build for lots of people.
Okay.
I have a slightly different perspective. I personally, when I have a kid, y'all not gonna see me. I'm gonna be with my kid, and it's gonna be awesome. And I think that it will bring out another side of me, and I'm excited about that. My thing is, like, the reason I declined it from the person who said that to me is I feel like they wanted to suppress me. They didn't want me to like outshine them. And so my thing is, we have a partnership. I'm probably gonna step away because I want to be with my child. I'm also educated. I'll probably homeschool my child because I know the education system, So these things are important, and I know the responsibility, and I embrace that responsibility. I think it's all about the intention that the person's coming from. We can compromise. I am a mother. That is my priority, right? Like, I will tell you, as someone who's talked to parents quite often, and I've tried to just tell them about, the progress of their child and different things, everybody's not equipped. I'll just say that, right? And I don't want to be that. I want to be there for them, and I want them to know I'm there for them. But long term, if you just don't want me to do anything ever, that's where I personally have an issue. But having a compromise and making it a priority, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Who feels passionate about this?
I think that intention and perception is so much in this topic, because I think there's a lot of jobs I could go to and I would be so bored. I could be making money. I could be like building things. I'd be so bored. But at home, I think I see my kids. I don't just see the 2 or 3 of them. I see like the generations that come after them. And I've tailored it to where it is challenging, to where I am homeschooling, to where I just make it exciting because I put all my passion into it. And I think that can be said for different jobs and different lifestyles at home. Just kind of depends on how you feel about it and what your perception is.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? Did you want to say something?
I was going to comment on the men part, because I think the right man won't care if you're working or not. Like, when I first met my husband, I was competing in pageants. I had a business. I was working full-time at a law firm. And he loved everything about me when I was doing those things, right? But once we got married and I was actually able to stop working, I told him I don't want to work anymore. And he was happy with that too. And actually, me not working has helped our marriage than when I was working, because he's in his role and I'm in my role. So I just think that you have to have the right man who's, when you start out dating him, he's not going to be insecure by the businesses you're building or what you're doing. But then when you're like, no, I just want to stay home and have kids, he's perfectly okay with that too.
Yeah, and I think it's important to have that conversation well before you get married. I know you told him after you're married, but I think it's important for that to be something that you know before going in, so that they can say, well, I can't do that. I don't want that, or I would love for you to do that.
I'm really enjoying the host here. I'm very happy that she called that out, because I was getting ready to call that out as well. A mentor and friend that is in my life had this happen to him, got into a relationship, and then subsequently a marriage with a lovely young lady. They had kid number 1. At the time, they were both in corporate America. Kid number 1 pops out. She doesn't want to be in the office anymore, and then essentially is a stay-at-home mother. My mentor, being hit with this news, did with it like what most Gen X men did. All right. They just said, anything for you, baby. He goes out, is in the workforce. She's staying at home. Kid number 2, kid number 3 comes. He's still building within the career. 18 years later, she divorces him. So not only is she going to be getting child support for the remaining children for the next couple of years until they leave the house, but then also because she has not been working, she now gets spousal support. And not even just that, she spent all of the time home with the kids, so the kids have much more an affinity with her. And during the divorce, turned the kids completely on the father. And it's all girls, by the way, so it's a little bit more easy to do that. And it absolutely wrecked them. It crushed him. Meanwhile, while they're getting married, it never even crossed his mind that she might flip the script to wanting to be a stay-at-home, but she did. It often reminds me of when Kevin Samuels would talk to these young ladies and say, you know, do you expect to be paying significant bills after having your first child? And how many would say no? And I think that was so much of a shock to young men. But honestly, looking at it from a young woman's perspective, I absolutely understand that. I think being able to be a stay-at-home in this day and age is absolutely a privilege, especially with the cost of damn eggs nowadays, the inflation that's happening within our society. But anyway, moral of the story is, my G's, make sure that you are asking these questions beforehand, and that depending upon the answer, you're willing to deal with whatever those consequences, the risks of those consequences are. Let's finish up.
And not just have it sprung up on someone as well. I think that's important.
Yeah, and personally, when I was dating, I wanted to find someone who wanted me to be home with our kids. That was important for me as like a father. And so, yeah, I think talking about that beforehand is...
I totally get to why a man would want that. Like, I don't think that's weird. I think in society, we like, even though that might not be where I'm at right now, I think we need to stop making that a weird thing. To me, making that weird is weird.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just saying, like, he needs help. Like, it's you're a helpmate. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, how is he gonna clean the house? You want 6 figures, but you also want to work. It's like, come on, like, let's be realistic.
Okay, I just wanted to say that when we do look at statistics, though, women are filing for divorce at a much higher rate. And then also, if you're a working woman, you're an educated woman, it's like rises up to 90%. I once was a boss babe, but just kind of hearing what you kind of were saying was that I had to kind of give that up because I was competing so much with my husband, and I was carrying these masculine traits where it's like he's trying.
And thank you. Thank you. The truth shall set you free. She said she was competing with her husband when she was out there working. This is why this is a very complicated and complex situation when you're dealing with these women. Because on one end, if she's a stay-at-home mom, if she flips on you, she's eligible for a lot more money. But on the other hand, if she works and break 50-50 and all this stuff, she then competes with you. Now it's a competition. This is why you don't marry. Men, have your cake and eat it too. Don't let these women stress you out. Do not let these women push you to the brink of destruction. Don't do it. Live your best life. With or without that woman. Always have a contingency plan. Always be prepared. It's not about fear. It's about being wise. It's about being smart. It's about evolving. It's about looking out for yourself. You got to look out for yourself first. Because women are doing it. You have to too. We have to master energy. It's just a fact of truth. Don't think that it's your fault when she leaves you. I hate to say that. I know everybody. I know it. Boy, they get triggered on my show, boy. People be coming in. As soon as I say that, they get triggered. Oh, shit. It's crazy, right? But I don't care. Don't be triggered when she leaves you or if she leaves you. Understand that women are liabilities. That's what they are. They're instant. They all are liabilities. And y'all, if y'all don't believe that, then you're delusional. They are not, women do not add value to a man. Why? Because the man is a provider, a woman's a taker. She receives. The man gives, the woman receives. Even if you're having sex with her, she's charging you. Just because your girlfriend don't mean you're not paying for those dinner dates. Just because he's your boo don't mean you ain't finna pay for her bills. And this is the investment financially and your time, which is valuable. All these things are prevalent when you're dealing with a woman. But understand, you always got to keep a plan B, a contingency plan, like Tom Brady. He put all his assets in his mother's name. And guess what happened? His wife, ex-wife, or estranged wife, she went after him. She put lawyers on his ass, tried to take them assets. And he saved himself $150 million in losses. Because that witch, she went after everything he had asset-wise. And they weren't even hers. Those assets didn't belong to her. Those belonged to Tom. And she was worth $400 million on her own. And she still went after his assets. That motherfucking witch. These women are heifers. They are not what we think they are. These women are women who are selfish. Ayesha Curry is an embarrassment. Brittany Renner is an embarrassment to women. But it's who they are. This is who women are. They are selfish, not selfless. And we have to understand that. And don't ever forget this, men. You cannot control these women. You cannot make these women love you. You cannot guarantee these women happiness. You cannot guarantee that she's going to be the same person in year 1 that she is in year 5. You cannot guarantee these women that you're going to meet her every need. So don't stress yourself out. Enjoy it while it lasts. Don't beat yourself up over it. These women are moving in the way they feel is best for them. 800,000 divorces a year. That means, nigga, they'll walk. And they don't give a fuck. And it's not you. It's them. Don't beat yourself up over it. Go ahead. It's going to hurt a little bit. It's going to be a little disappointing. But understand that as long as you stood 10 toes down on what you believed in, and she didn't want to go with it no more, you got to embrace it. You cannot make these women do what they don't want to do. You cannot make these women into what they don't want to be. You cannot make these women be the person that they don't want to be. You can't buy love. You can't buy loyalty. And you can't buy love forever. You can't do it. You cannot sustain happiness with loyalty. Now, you can make it maybe last a little longer, But understand, men, that you have to live your best life. You have to. Do not let these women stress you out. Because each time she stress you out, it ages you. It's bad for your mental health. It's bad for your well-being. Do not let these women stress you out because they're moving in an unstable manner. We do not have to change who we are for these women. We do not have to live for them. We got to live in our truth. We got to embellish who we are as men and say, you know what? This is the way God made me. If you got a problem with the way God made me, then you take it up with God. But don't sit here and think that this woman who is always in a situation where she's complaining, don't think that this is not who she is. This is who she is. And try to address it as it comes. But always know this. Always know this. Men, you're valuable with or without a woman. If she leaves, your value does not decrease. Matter of fact, your value increases. She's the quitter, not you. And understand that as men, as long as we can hang our hats on the job we delivered in that relationship or that marriage, as long as we say, you know what, I did everything in my power to make this work, and I can live with that, hey, take that to the bank and again cash it. But don't stress yourself out. Thank y'all for coming to the show. Rufus got to go. And I'm out. Hit the like button, subscribe. I hope I get some new subscriptions. If y'all like the content, you know what I mean? I have people in and out here because they get triggered real easy on these topics. That's fine, I understand. A lot of men come to my channel and they can't handle the truth. They can't handle the reality of the savagery of women. Because most of the men are single, product of single mothers. So I understand my very brash approach is not for every man. But I do understand is if you keep on thinking these women ain't gonna keep leaving these men, if you think you can beat this curb, just understand you heard from Ruthless. It's not the end of the world. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. If you can share the stream to someone. But hey, we could grow together on these platforms, right? We can have this conversation. Anytime you want to pull up, because I'm looking for somebody to pull up to try to, dispute what my topic is. But I have no challengers this morning, because Ruthless know he's right about it. You got to live the life that men need to start living their lives to make them happy. Living for these women ain't the deal. That is not the motherfucking formula, nigga. You got to live for you. I love you, boo, but I got to do me. Thank you. Hit the like button. I'm out.